Welcome back, guys. It's Zug Bug time. Today we are tying the wet fly called the Zug Bug, and we are tying this with a tungsten bead head. You can tie this without any weight on it, but I like to tie most of my wet flies with some weight to get it down in the small streams. Reason being that you don't have too much time to allow for a drift to allow the wet fly to sink. So again, that's why I'm tying it with a tungsten bead. Now this Zug Bug is tied with bright red thread. So we're using a UTC 70, and we'll just tie that in the middle. Now you can fish this as a caddis imitation nymph, or in the husk, or a mayfly nymph. You can also strip it to imitate bayfish and whatnot. The tail will be peacock sword, and I like to take about, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. You can take as much as you want. The bigger the nymph hook or streamer hook, I would suggest more peacock sword. And you want to do it about 3/4 of a hook shank in length. Tie that in the back. There we go. I'll just secure that in. Gotta love the name of some of these nymphs, the Zug Bug. Okay, we want to secure that in. So we are going to be ribbing this with some flat silver tinsel. I'm using number 16 Uni Mylar. And again, you want silver. This is two-sided. So when you're using two-sided tinsel, you want to have the color that you're not using facing you. Okay. Now the body will be Peacock Girl. Now, I would suggest about 3 to 4. So I'm just going to grab about 4 here. And you just want to clip off the ends just a bit, because they usually are very brittle. I'm just going to tie that in here. And secure it and wind it forward. I'm going to wind it back. The reason I'm winding it back is it's a little technique. If you leave your thread there and wind your peacock earl forward, it keeps everything in place so you don't have any splitting. You'll find sometimes when you're winding peacock earl more than one strand, they will split on you. You want to wind that nice and tight to the bead, because it does hold the bead in there. And we'll just capture that with our thread and clip the excess there. A couple more wraps. Now the reason we're using a red thread, bright red thread, is that will be a little hot spot in the front. Now you want to wind, rib your silver tinsel forward. There we go. Capture that. I love that word, capture. You're capturing the tinsel. Just lock the tinsel in place. Okay, now you want to grab some brown, medium-sized hackle. We're going to tie this in the collar style. So let's get a good piece here. There we go. Okay, you want to secure that in. Now grab your hackle pliers, or you can use your fingers, your choice. I'm just going to wind that, brushing it back a little bit as you go, because we are going to be pulling this hackle back for sure. Do about 4 turns. And again, lock that hackle in. Cut away the excess, and now we're going to be pulling it back. And you're going to get your thread wrapped around those fibers, those hackle fibers. That's what I mean by collaring it. Okay, there we go. Okay, and the last piece, we're going to give it a little tiny wing, and we are going to be using some mallard. You can use this in different colors. Again, we're going to cut a very short piece, give it a nice little topper on it, a little topper wing. Okay. Just want to tie that in. There we go. Now this pattern, you can clip it nice and square, or you can keep it, the fibers just running nice and loose there, which I like to do. Okay. Now there's my scissors. Cut away the excess. And now just wrapping, winding your red thread, creating that little hot spot in the front. Always got that one little hackle that doesn't like to cooperate. And with finishing this, again, 4 or 5 turns, your choice. Now you can be using any type of cement, head cement will do to lock this in. I'm going to be using some Sally Hansen, hard as nails. This stuff is great. Reason being, one of the reasons being how inexpensive it is. You can get that at any shoppers or whatnot. You can actually even order this on Amazon. Whatever you'd like to do. It is very inexpensive. Now they say that it is UV activated, and I'm not sure on that, but regardless, I'm going to hit it with the UV light. And there you have it. That is a simple tie, what I call a simple tie, and that is a Zug Bug. Again, you can dead drift this, you can strip it in. A lot of wet flies, you can do the same actions. You can either dead drift them, strip them in, swing them. This one with the peacock sword in the back, it adds some great shine and reflective colors to it. The tied back collar represents, again, any mayfly nymphs, or even a caddis in a husk, or even baitfish. You got the red hotspot in the front with the tungsten bead for getting the fly underneath the water very quickly in small streams. And that is it. So then again, that is the Zug Bug, and I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.